Well, when you get your behind whip, you get your behind whip. No other way to put it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Drop It Downs with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to talk about today's shellacking as the LSU Tigers lose to the Florida Gators 24-4, which now means we're going to have a game 3 tomorrow night, winner take all for the national championship. Before I get into this game and every thing else, man, y'all give me a follow on my social media platforms. I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'll have my Xbox One gamer tag in the description box also. Also for LSU fans, every Sunday, check out Big Time Sports Talk with host Mike the Bandit and myself. Download the 103.3 The GOAT app every Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon Central. Well, we got our behinds kicked, yo. It started off promising. Top of the first inning, Florida has 2 ons, but Ackenhauser gets out of it with no runs. Then my unofficial cousin Gavin Dugas gets a double, brings in Cruz. We up 1-0. Florida comes back, hits a home run, which when he hit it looked like it could have been a foul ball, but they said it was a home run, so whatever. Game tied at 1, and then we come back and we score 2 more. And we got a 3-1 lead. And it's like, all right, things looking good. The wind was blowing out, which I'm about to get into in a little bit. I felt really good at that moment. Then then Ackerhauser just started like not really having the command and control that he had before. Game is tied at 3. Gavin Gidry comes in. Dude from Florida basically hits a pop-up. Like, it's crazy how the wind just was different today. He hits a ball pop up into the air. It kept traveling. Next thing you know, it's a grand slam. And it's like, ouch. Before that, Jordan Thompson had a ball hit to him that was a potential double play ball, and he botched it. And we could have got out of the inning, but Florida gets a grand slam. Then Thompson makes another bad decision trying to throw the third, threw it behind Tommy White. Another run comes in, it's 8-3. And Florida was just off and running after that, man. I mean, Jay Johnson basically waved the white flag. He didn't even send none of his good pitches out there no more. Next thing you know, we down 24-3, and Joe Bear does hit a homer in the bottom of the ninth to make it a respectable 24-4 instead of 24-3, a football score. Look, Jordan Thompson did have a horrible game today. He looked like he lost a lot of his confidence. Not only that, he actually hit the ball okay early on. He got out, but he had solid contact. He hit it at people. But he was terrible defensively. But in his defense, it was a team. We all look bad today. Once again, like yesterday, we got away with it last night. But today you got bases loaded again in the first and second inning. One of the innings you had it bases loaded with 1 out and Tommy White hits in a double play. First and second inning you don't strike again. And you see when Florida had the bases loaded, they hit a grand slam. And that's the difference in the game, yo. Florida capitalized on things, and the pitching we know was horrendous today, but I feel like a bigger issue is the offense. LSU, besides when Skeens pitch, is known as a offensive juggernaut that could score a lot of runs, and they haven't been doing that, man. We've been, you scored 2 runs against Wake Forest off of a walk-off homer. You scored 4 runs yesterday, which is so-so, and then today you scored 4 runs. Like, where's the 7-8 run production? I get it, Florida has good pitching, but for 2 days in a row, you had the bases loaded multiple times, and you constantly leaving runners on base, and this is what happens. Like I said, we got away with it yesterday, but this is what happens. Like, teams are going to capitalize on your transgressions. And that's what the Gators did today. You got to tip your hat to them, man. They kicked our behinds. This wasn't no just whatever. Like, nah, we got our butts whipped today. Now, granted, we got another game. We saved a lot of arms. Paul Skeens, is available. Stature Hurd is available. Riley Cooper is available. You got a lot of guys that's available now to you tomorrow. But of course, over the next 24 hours plus, the big decision and big question is going to be, do LSU start Paul Skeens tomorrow, pitch him out of the bullpen, or just don't use him at all tomorrow? That's the big question. To me, it's tough, man. It's a really tough decision because on one hand, you got to understand that, look, man, this ain't a series no more. It's the national championship game tomorrow night. You have a chance to win a national championship. All that Paul Skeens did before this game was all excellent and exciting, and obviously it got him in the position he's in, from a draft standpoint. But for LSU, if you go out tomorrow and bomb it, get your butts whipped again and Skeens don't really pitch, what's the point of really having him? I definitely think Skeens will pitch tomorrow. It's just a matter of, do he start or will he come out the bullpen? I got arguments for both sides. The argument for starting him is he's about to be a Major League Baseball pitcher. At some point he's going to be a front-end starter, probably a opening day starter type of guy. And if you were pitching in the playoffs in Major League Baseball, it is the norm for pitchers to pitch on 3 days rest when it's like an elimination game. Now, if you got a game where you got a little breathing room, a lot of coaches throw a bullpen game out there or whatever and they give their starter extra day of rest. But if you down in a series and you could be eliminated, a lot of managers send their guys out there on 3 days rest. So there's that factor to it. Like, hey, if you go out there, it's like you're preparing for Major League Baseball postseason play anyway. But then the argument against that is, he's still in college, man. He just pitched over 200-something pitches in the last week. Like, you don't want the worst thing. Look, even worse than losing a national championship is sending Skeens out there and he blows out his arm. Like, nobody want him to blow out his arm for a national championship. We love our players and we love them to have a future. We don't, young men and young women don't just come to LSU just to win a championship. They come to go professional as well. The NFL, NBA, Major Leagues, WNBA, whatever. Me personally, the most logical thing to do is, for me, I would start him, but I would put a pitch count on him. I would start him to try to set the tone, but I would put a pitch count on him, and I'm coming right back, with Hurd or Cooper or whoever the case may be, probably Cooper. That's what I would do. I would start him and put a pitch count on him, and or you leave it up. It's like, on one hand, you want to have it in your hands, but then you don't want to, it's tough. Like, it's tough, man. Skeens probably going to want to start and if he's rolling, he's probably not going to care about his pitch count or care about the Major League and all that tomorrow. He's going to be looking to win a national championship. But at some point, you got to see the kid from yourself. It's a tough decision for Jay Johnson tomorrow. But I tell you what, if Skeens pitch tomorrow and could pitch and he's healthy and nothing messes up, great. But at the same time, LSU got to score runs. LSU has to start scoring runs in this series. That's 2 games in a row. That's unacceptable where you constantly got traffic out there and you not putting runs across the board. Like, that's inexcusable against a team with the capability of Florida. So whoever pitches tomorrow, we got to score runs. But at the same time, if you told me before the year started, you got 1 game in Omaha to win the national championship, we all would sign up for it. So definitely looking forward to that tomorrow. Florida scored their 24 runs today. See if they, I know they feeling themselves right now. They feeling cocky. All I'm gonna say is the LA Angels scored 25 runs last night, lost 4-3 today. So we'll see how that carries over for them. But I'm excited. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I'm going to have LSU, NCAA, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.